I just wanted to talk about something. I'm obsessed with old music. I listen to it on Spotify, I listen to it on Pandora, and I could listen to it all day. Uh, it feels like it makes me a better person. It makes my vocabulary improve to good things. I like I like listening to obscure bands like Climby Fisher. Um, if you want to look up a good band, look up Climby Fisher. They were from like 1988 to 1989. They had two albums released, I think. Um, and they sounded similar to Go West, which Go West is my favorite band of all time, and so I created a Climby Fisher station on Pandora, and they play a lot of Go West on it. They play a lot of Richard Marx. They play all different kinds of 80s music, early 90s music. Um, and I really like. I also listen to a Savage Garden radio station where they play a bunch of like Nickelback and stuff. That's Believe it or not, that Nickelback is like 20. A lot of that music is like 20 years old. So we're like 25 years old even. But it's mostly 20 years old. So it's surprising to think about how Nickelback is even 20 years old, but 80s music is like 40 years old. So it's amazing to think about that from this year. Um, I like listening to old music. New music, if I hear new music, it's normally on TikTok. TikTok is the best place to find new music, I think. I don't hear, I don't really listen to the mainstream radio stations. I only listen to like things I've created on Pandora or Spotify or whatever. I like Taylor Swift. She's a contemporary artist. Taylor Swift is good. I like um, I like Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso. I like everybody pretty much. There's not really types of music I don't like. I like rock. I like pop. I like hip hop. I like rap. I have a hip hop station on my Spotify where I have like about 4,000 rap songs from the 1980s until today. There's a lot of ones I got from like the past 3 years, and this some I got from 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, but it's mostly recent rap. But because I like to stay current about what they're currently talking about, it's pretty interesting. I I can listen to music all day, and I do listen to music all day. Um, what I need to figure out is there a better use of time for me to spend my time on? Um, is there something better for me to use my time on? Because I'm at peace listening to music, but if I do other things, I could also be productive or I could make money somehow. That's what I want to find out is if I could get a job somehow. I have an appointment in like 10 days to go see a person that helped me get a job, and I'm looking forward to that. Um, I I need to figure my life out. I need to figure out how to live independently away from my parents. Right now, I live with my parents, and I need to learn how to live independently somehow. It's taken longer than I thought it would. For about 10 years, I did live independently with roommates, and then like that crashed down on me because I couldn't make any money. But I'd like to figure out how to make money again. I don't know how to do it, but it's really a struggle. It's really a struggle figuring out how to make money. Um, anyways, I spend my time listening to music and some watching movies and stuff, but mostly listening to music. Watch movies on Pluto TV and Netflix and stuff. Watch TV on Disney Plus. I watch Once Upon a Time on Disney Plus. I like fairy tales, so Once Upon a Time really gets me in the good spot. I like fairy tales, yeah. Um, so I just let me see how long this has been. 5 minutes so far. This could just be a 5 minute video, or I could keep going on and on about different stuff. Let me see here. I also listen to a lot of Christian channels on TikTok because I have to think about God to stay optimistic. I don't even believe God is real, but I have to think about God in order to have a reason to stay positive. To me, God is like a fantasy world. Um, it's just like fantasy science fiction or whatever. It's like the way some people like Dungeons and Dragons is the way I like God. To me, he's not a real figure, but he's a figure that I could pretend to worship. I could pretend to be in love with. I could pretend to say that he's my God, even if I don't think he's my God. Um, so I guess I could do that, and so I have to figure out how to get consistent energy enough to work. Um, I'm very frail. I'm very fragile. I don't think I know one guy who does who moves sod around the city. He moves sod, the grass. He moves that onto places with this truck. But I don't think I could do that because I'm not very strong. Anyways, I'm thinking about going to church. If I go to church, maybe I could do some networking there. Find people that need work done. But honestly, I don't think that's gonna work out because I have to pay money to take an Uber to church. It's not a bus that goes to church on Sunday morning, so I have to take an Uber there. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So um, that's it. That's all I have to say. I think that's all I have to say. Important thing is to keep striving higher, searching for a higher love, a higher love. There's always a higher love out there. That's a song from Depeche Mode, Higher Love. Or no, is it Depeche Mode or is it Steve Winwood? Might be Steve Winwood, Higher Love. No, I think it's Steve Winwood and Depeche Mode. They both have a song called Higher Love. Both around the same time, like 1985, 1986. That was around the time when love was really the forefront and center in music. Everyone would sing about love in the 80s. And nowadays, they just sing about like sex or whatever. But back then, they used to sing about love a lot. There's a lot of objectification in music nowadays, but in country music too, there's objectification. In rap music, there's objectification. In lots of music, there's objectification. So it's okay. I don't mind that music either, but I kind of like it. I kind of like objectification myself, but I just don't think it's as good as love. I don't think there's anything as good as love because it's the highest thing you can strive towards. It's the highest goal. It's the highest ambition. Higher love is something you can always seek. You can always look for. You can always desire. You always want. You always create time for. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go. It's been 9 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye. So I try to listen to music is what I try. I listen to a lot of music, so music is always in my head. So it's why I think about love a lot. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.